Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moletrap here coming at you with game number 4 of CJ versus MBC Game Hero from the first round playoffs of the Sky Pro League from 2006. There is Savior on the screen right now, who I always feel obligated to point out is a scumbag who has been disgraced for match fixing. But here in 2006, he was still a titan of StarCraft, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I guess this was like, yeah, this is like early mid 2006. So you know, he still had some wins to go, you know, but he was already winning already. So very strong player. He's gonna be playing against Pusan, who you see in front of you right now. And Pusan also kind of a strong player from back in the day. You know, later on when I was casting in like 2007, 8, 9, he was like someone I didn't really give a lot of credit to. He was always solid. He was actually one of the better players on Air Force Ace. But this is from before when he was still pretty much in a good shape. Maybe this year and the year before. So it's gonna be a cool match, and I'm gonna skip around on this VOD a little bit again like I have before, because I want to get to, let's see, where it is. Let's get to the map stats on this one again, because I want to see this. Look at this. The top player over here, let's see if I can do this. This is Savior's stats. So on this map, he's 5-1. He's actually 2-0 versus Protoss. Pusan 9-4, very solid stats on this map as well. 1-0 versus Zerg, and overall Zerg versus Protoss close to even, a little bit Zerg favored. So that's what the map 8-15 and or 8-15-3, which is a little weird. To have 8-15, like it's a number, but it's a numbered version of the number. So anyway, 8-15 is the map right here. As you can see, there's going to be your main base. There's a ramp down to an expansion. The expansion is very wide open, though. So if we see some sort of a more modern, you know, Forge expansion build, it's going to be really difficult to hold. In 2006, I expect Pusan to probably do some sort of build that holds his ramp, you know, maybe even with just zealots or gateways or something like that. So I don't know, we'll have to see though. But it also means that it's hard for the Zerg to take a third, you know. If you're looking at around this map, the natural expansion is pretty close, but the third, you kind of have to go take another main or another natural, or you have to get to the islands to take a third. So and they're pretty far away, hard to defend. So anyway, we'll see how this goes though. I'm gonna go ahead and jump forward again into the game so we can get started with it. And here we go, getting started with Pusan versus, oh, let me get rid of the map, sorry. Pusan versus Savior, game number 4. If Savior doesn't win this game, his team will be eliminated from the playoffs, and their hopes will be dashed until the next round. You know, but that's a whole 10 weeks, or is it 10 weeks? I think it's 10 weeks of play to get through the whole next season. So it's a lot of work to get into the playoffs the second time if you don't get through it the first time, because it's only the winner of the first round versus the winner of the second round that go to the grand finals. There's no second set of playoffs. Well, I mean, I guess the round 2 has its own set of playoffs, but anyway. But yeah, so Savior's gonna be the purple Zerg player, Pusan's gonna be the red Protoss player, and Pusan has an opportunity here to make some big splash. I mean, he's jumped off the diving board, ladies and gentlemen, and he's forming into a ball. He's going for a cannonball right now, because if he can make a big splash here, he can upset, you know, the best Zerg versus Protoss player in history at this time, and claim victory for his team. But he's got to get through Ma Bonjour first. Sorry, Ma Bonjour is what, because his name is Ma Jae-yoon, and he was considered Bonjour. Anyway. Anyways, going pool first here, it looks like. And this is interesting. I mean, you know, I've only looked at the ZVP from this era a little bit. We took some time some months ago to kind of look at Savior. Oh, that's a tiny ramp. Look at that. I didn't realize just how small the ramp was. That's pretty small. And wow, Pusan going Nexus first though against Savior. And this could be a response to the fact that, you know, if I remember correctly, Savior goes for a lot of greedy econ builds in this game, and that's one of the reasons why he was able to be successful, because he was able to get away with it. Pusan going for Nexus first into Forge. There's Zerglings on the way. Is he just gonna die straight up here? No, there's no. It's not even getting gas. So it's probably just gonna be these 6 Zerglings and and then expanding off of that. But look at this. Oh, this is cute, actually. Hitting the pylon with his drone a little bit. Just kind of soften it up for when these Zerglings get here. He sees the Zerglings. Oh, Probe, what are you doing? Probe! Probe, no, the cannons need to be behind. Behind, there's Zerglings, buddy. You gotta get the cannon behind. Get the cannon down. What? Oh my, is he giving up his natural? Is he giving up his natural? What is going on here? Where's the cannon, Pusan? What are you doing? I mean, does he just not have the money? He didn't have the money for it, and so he's just giving it up. So yeah, he's giving up the natural, and he's gonna put cannons in the main. He's like, all right, well, I can't defend this. I went Nexus first against a 6-ling build. There's nothing I can do about it. He built his cannons on the outside of his base. Pusan, what are you doing, bro? Oh no, and I mean, it may have been designed that he could put a cybernetics core next to it to block or something like that, but now his cannon, without being in his mineral line, and he defends it too slowly, and Pusan, what the hell was that, bro? I mean, that was, I mean, he went for a cannonball, and instead he did not even a belly flop, he did a face flop, you know? He just smashed his face into the concrete surface of the water, and, I mean, he basically, he tried to go for a cannonball, and there was no water in the pool. He broke his butt. Look at Zealous is always very stoic, but for some reason it has meaning for me in this instance, because it's like, he's like, oh, my teammate just casually wrecked this newbie. I mean, he's not a newbie, obviously, but man, I mean, just build order loss. So I don't know what else you could say about it. You know, he just went Nexus first versus it looked like a 9 pool, I think. Savior's like, welp, I'm the best Zerg in the world, but that took no effort. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my win and move on. But anyway, that is just game number 4. So they're still alive, but now it's gonna be Light versus C.JY, who I'm not super familiar with. I'll have to look him up before I do that cast. It's gonna be the next game, and again, that could be a deciding match as well if Light is able to take the win there. So, you know, CJN just has to win 4 in a row if they're going to advance to the grand finals of this round of the playoffs. And so they've got a steep hill ahead of them. But if JY manages to win and then they win the 2v2, they could send Savior out again in the ace match. Anyway, we'll have to see what happens though in the next game. Thank you very much for watching. It was a little bit short. Like, what was the actual total game time? Let's go ahead and look real quick. I don't know if you guys can see my, I don't think you can see the timestamp. So I'm going to check here. So game starts at 8:30, 8:20 in the VOD, 8:20 in the VOD approximately. And the game ends at, what is this? There's GG at 11:30. So 8:20 to 11:30 is a nice nap. If you want to stay up all night, or I guess I do that sometimes. If I fall asleep at 8:20, I'll wake up anyway. It's not a very long game. It's not a very long game at all, ladies and gentlemen. Quick math say it's just over 3 minutes, and so it's a very, very quick turnaround there. But yeah, there's not much to say about that. It was just he not only did the wrong build order, but he just didn't really, like, he didn't have his cannon in the right place. He kind of, I don't know, it made sense to say, okay, I'm going to give up my natural. This is going to die. I have to defend this. Put cannons in my main, but like, why would you ever put the cannon on the outside like that so the lings can get us around, and then not pull probes? And even though you see the lings, he saw the lings like 30 seconds beforehand, right? Here's the drone. Where's the lings? Let's just check. I'm partly stalling because so here's the lings at 11 o'clock. Sorry, 11 minutes in the VOD. So he knows the lings are coming, and the lings, what do they do? Oh, the lings actually dance back and forth. He didn't know. He thought there was a cannon in the back. Maybe the Nexus has been canceled, so he thinks that maybe there's a cannon in the back, and he needs to be worried about it, and he needs to wait for all of his lings to get there. But then he's like, wait, there's actually nothing here. He doesn't block the ramp very well with his probe either, and yeah, he just builds the cannon on the outside, and he sees the lings coming in here, and it's like, Like, why are you not pulling probes right now? Or, I mean, like, I say pulling probes, but I guess, like, he thinks that Savior's going to come into his mineral line, I guess, is what it looks like. Okay, so he's kind of rallying for a mineral line attack, and then Savior's just like, no, I'm just going to go over here, bro. I'm going to kill your cannon. And he gets so many free hits on this cannon before the probes come over here, and the cannon is dead before the probes even basically respawn. So, I don't think that was super well played, but who am I to judge? Even if you took Pusan from 2006 and put him up against me at any point in my life, he would beat me. So I shouldn't be too harsh, but I just feel like there was a couple mistakes there that cost him the game, and so cost him the heroic win for Hero as well. But like I said, it's going to go to Light versus JY. And yeah, I'm kind of like stalling a little bit because I wanted the VOD to be a little bit longer so that it might be a little bit uncertain if you're watching the game, if he holds it off or not. But if you happen to be looking at the timestamps, I don't know. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Next game is going to be Light versus JY, and I'll see you then. Take care. Thanks for watching. GG.